Alright, back again with another Astrocade game. Or actually 2 games. This is 2 games on 1 cart. You get Brickyard, which is a Breakout-style game, and Clowns, which is an example of the once popular bouncing clown genre of video game. You know, games like Circus Atari for the 2600, or Circus in the arcades, or even Clowns and Balloons on the Atari 8-bit. I love the literal cover art they used here, because you think about Atari 2600 artwork, and it would be these rich, fantastical versions of what the game was like, and it really was great to look at. Here, you've got 2 games called Brickyard and Clowns, so we'll take a pile of bricks, we'll shove a few clowns in them, and that will represent the fun that's coming out of your TV. That's awesome. Anyway, it's about time to show some gameplay, so let's start with Brickyard. You'll notice a big difference right away between this and Breakout. See, when I serve the ball, it goes up and then doesn't actually hit the bricks. And when I use the middle of the paddle to hit the ball, it just sort of bounces softly. And then when I hit the edge, then it takes off. These are my favorite things about this game. 1, that the ball seems to be affected by gravity, and 2, that your paddle can be used to control more than just angle. You can use it to affect the ball's velocity by hitting it in the middle to take a little edge off the speed. And it really feels great. I like it a lot. Other aspects about the game I don't really like as much. Now, of course, this is just personal taste, but I'm not a fan of the color scheme they used for this game. It's just not really easy on the eyes. And let's have a listen to the sound. I guess the little beeps when your ball hits your paddle or the sidewalls are okay. You know, typical Breakout sounds, I guess. But the little noise blast that happens when you destroy a brick really doesn't do it for me. When you compare this to some of the arcade conversion games that are on the Astrocade with these fantastic sounds, you just can't help but think this is a little flat. Yep, when you clear a board, it plays We're in the Money. Brickyard actually supports up to 4 players, and the multiplayer mode is actually pretty interesting. You can set your difficulty level separately for each player, and also you don't have separate boards for each player. So when, say, player 1 misses his or her ball, player 2 just picks right up on the same screen. Unfortunately, there aren't any gameplay variations. There's no invisible bricks or controllable ball or anything like that. This is it. What you see here is what you get. Before you start a game, you get to choose the number of balls, number of players, and difficulty level, and that's it. You can choose to have up to 99 balls in the game, but interestingly, it will also accept 0 as a legitimate amount. But what happens then is when you start the game, after it draws the play field, it will instantly say game over and bring you right back to the menu. I do like this game. The gameplay is really fun. I really love all the extra control you have over the ball. I guess the only thing I would add there is maybe have the ball get faster. It never really reaches the super high speeds that Breakout would. The game to me just really sort of fails in presentation. But again, that's just personal taste. Maybe other people might like it a lot. So this game to me, it's okay. I kind of like it. Why does it play the charge fanfare when the game is over? I mean, I can't charge. That's it. Unless it wants me to charge to clowns. Well, I can do that. I mean, who am I to disobey a video game? So for clowns, you only have 2 options. Number of players and number of clowns. There aren't any choices for difficulty level. Yep, that little tune is back. Except this time, it'll play it twice. I guess I have the same issue with the sound in this game as I do with the sound in Brickyard. Those noise bursts that happen when you pop a balloon, they're just too indistinct. And that tune happens way too often for my taste. But I have to admit it does make me laugh a little just from the sheer repetitiveness of it. The graphics in this game are a little goofy, but then again, I'm goofy in real life, so who am I to cast aspersions like that? The game's also really easy. You could probably just keep playing forever and never lose a clown. Maybe this game would be fun, or would have been fun for kids. Maybe that's who it's designed for. I mean, clowns for kids? That couldn't be, could it? Aren't clown games usually ages 18 and up? I don't know. Nevertheless, on this cartridge, you get 2 okay games. I prefer Brickyard myself, but both games are alright. The knob on the Astrocade controller feels and works well, so there aren't any control issues. These are both perfectly playable video games. I mean, this isn't one of the better Astrocade cartridges, but it's not one of the worst either. So, if you don't have it, should you get it? Yeah, you probably should, because if there's one thing you never want to do, it's get on the bad side of clowns who like to hang out in brickyards.